Hello guys and welcome back to some more World of Tanks. Today we're bringing you some pretty damn good games. First one is a mastery game in the Tiger 131, and later I will be having that Girls and Panzer 9-kill game before finishing up with a couple of Tiger Shark games, which I got a couple of good games pretty much back to back in that thing. Yeah, Tiger 3131 is still a good tank, even though it's come out quite a long time ago. It's still pretty devastating. It's got a very fast reload. Obviously, its armor's not up to much, but if against bottom tier tanks, two tiers down, it can bounce a few shots. Unfortunately, we do have two artilleries in the game, so that's not very fun. So we've got to watch out for those. And considering we're not a particularly fast tank, we have made up to this point first. So that's probably not a good. So we got, unfortunately, not a good exchange there. And we're probably going to be targeted by artillery as well, because we're one of the first tanks to be spotted. And then we're going to put a shot into that guy. This guy just sitting there, obviously thinking, oh, I'm not getting hit for very much, so I'm just going to sit there, it'll be fine. Yeah. It's got a fast reload, and there we go, got hit by something else, and we bounce the killing shot, of course, and we're getting penned again. So at this point in the time, I'm thinking this is going to be a terrible game. I've got an okay amount of damage, I suppose, for a tier 7. It's not horrendous, but we're just trying to lose that artillery, and we're just saying GG, because our team just it's not really doing much at all. Majority of our team is near one of the flags there, and there's just no one spotted there. Now this guy again manages to dodge a bullet there, and again just couldn't get my gun down in time. Really, I deserved that kill there. I felt very cheated at that point. Luckily, there's now only one artillery in the game. I think in a minute I do check, and it's the Hummel. So unfortunately, that does probably just as bad as face it. That's one of the things in this game where you go, actually, it doesn't really matter what tier the artillery is. Yes, it's not, if it hits you, it's not going to hit you for a massive amount. But the fact that it can reload so quickly, it can just hit you over and over and over, keep you tracked, and just finish you off. And obviously, a big artillery can take out most of your health in one shot. So artillery is one of those things where it really doesn't matter what tier it is and what tier you are. It can just ruin your game. And this Banana Buster is very well armored. I do... finding it quite annoying. It's looking at me again, trying to duck down before it can fire a shot at me. I managed to get back in time, and I'm seeing it's side on, so we managed to put a shell into it. Something else is shooting me, and then it turns, and again, just thinking, again, it's just aiming at me. Unfortunately, I bounced that shot, and then it actually hits me. Or something else hits me in the back there, but for very, very little damage. I'm pretty sure I know it's going to be the last tank in the game, that guy. And again, killing shot bounces on the rear armor of that guy, rear side armor. These buffs are proving to be quite devastating for some things. There is an artillery... I think there's a TD back there who's just pumping shots into me. Not a fun thing to be done. So we're pretty much won this game. We won the main area of the fight here. We're seeing if we can get some side shots onto this kaiju, but it's not going to happen. So we're just ignoring that and going to the area where there's more enemies. It seems to me that the majority of the enemy team that's left is now just camping on the 9-0 line, and it seems to be true because the shots came raining in. I thought I was going to die there, to be fair, from shots across, but we managed to pretty much dodge them all. So we've only got 500 health left, so not the best, but considering what happened earlier, could have been an early end to the game. We're just looking for blind shots here, because I'm not willing to go spot them with this low amount of health, because they're going to outspot me, because they're in cover and behind foliage and stuff. And we managed to hit someone there blind, and because of the range as well, your shots are going to go a bit more skew-if, so they might not actually hit the area you're actually aiming at. So you might aim at an enemy where you think an enemy is, but the shot goes actually wide of where you're shooting. And if you actually hit where you're supposed to, it might have actually hit it, if you see what I mean. We've still got a couple of artillery, so they're firing down. I'm just not sure there's a good portion of my team, and they're still not doing anything. We've got a heavy just sitting near the cat. We've got another heavy on the 0 line, who's obviously a bit stuck. I presume there's probably... And then artillery managed to blind shot someone, and then someone else dies, and it's looking like the game's all over, so I'm willing to risk my hit points here. Trying to get my gun back up. They get spotted at the worst possible time. And we're at a minute man there, and we do not want to get hit by that guy, so I'm just pulling back. And again, a very OP heavy, this Minuteman. Luckily the artillery takes him out, because he would have been pretty much almost finished me off. That guy, again, another bounce yet again, bouncing a lot of shots, unfortunately. So we load the premium again, just trying to get last bit of damage. And all of a sudden, the TD's behind me. I presume it's actually on the bridge, but it's not, because we're going to take a close shot there. And unfortunately, just as we say that, he manages to hit my ammo. He then turns his attention away. I don't know why. Away to this guy and I'm just pumping shot after shot into him. Yeah, and there we go, finished. Unfortunately, I didn't get the kill on that guy either, so we're going to push across this way a bit. And it seems like this guy has got an upgraded gun, I'm thinking, because it's just not... It's not doing much damage, if it pens at all. I'm not familiar with this particular tank. I haven't gone up this line, but it looks like it's not all the best there. We don't have to load premium for this because we're shooting them in the ass. And there we go. Finally got a kill there. So just over 4,000 combined damage. It's definitely nothing to be sniffed at in a tier 7 tank. We come first. We got just the 2 kills, unfortunately. We earn a good amount of silver, and that was enough for a mastery badge. So first game, first replay is a mastery game in the Tiger 131. Still a decent tank. Advise you, if it comes up another, do get it. It's good. It is good. Right, second game. Not particularly amazing game here, guys, but it's obviously the Type 5 Heavy, which has got some good buffs recently. Been going out in it, but unfortunately, it has done it a great service. Unfortunately, big open maps and are its downfall, and there's a lot of them. So yes, the buffs have helped it. Obviously, if you get a city map like Ghost Town or something like that, you will do extremely better than if you get a big open map. And there's two artilleries as well. I just don't think it's a good idea to actually go much further than I am right now. Majority of my team has gone the other way. Quite annoying. So we're going to sit back here and kind of wait for the enemy to push this flank because they know it's not very well guarded. And just hope that the artillery can back me up. Because if we can bounce enough shots, we can actually maybe hold them off for a while, and hope that our rest of our team come back to help and defend the base, right? So we're just going to sit here. We've got the big derpy gun on this currently. I've always run it with the derp gun. Not mainly because I never thought this was going to be a competitive tank. I always thought this is not a fun. It's not going to be a particularly fun tank to use. With the lights being so good and the mediums being so good in the game, and artillery, and how many big open maps. I just thought, yeah, this tank's not going to be very competitive at all. So I'm just going to stick the fun derpy tank on it and see what happens. So straight away, we bounce a shot, but we don't even do splash damage to the enemy, and we actually get penned by something on the hill that obviously outspots us, kills our driver. I just realised then put him back in, and there you go. Get a nice bit of damage there, outspotting this guy. Luckily, he derps a shot. And the problem with this is going this side without any much support. Is I'm getting outspotted. I managed to, and again, don't pen that guy. Bounce another shot there. I'm just worried about artillery just hitting a soft target like me. So we're backing up. So we got 1,000 damage. Nothing to really boast about, that's for sure. But we bounced 1,300 already. And then before the buffs, maybe not. Might not have got that. We finally penned a shot, and we get 800 damage on that bulldog. Finish him off. Again, tier 8, nothing to be too proud of, obviously. Because he's 2 tier downs. And there we go. We are absolutely surrounded now. And it's game over for us. Because our guys are too far away. They can't get back here in time. Just do a tiny bit of splash damage there. Me versus a mouse. Yeah, I still think we're the better tank. Only ever so slightly. We're firing heat now just to get a bit more damage before the end of the game. So it looks like we're gonna win, right? We're gonna win, but we're gonna go down in this fight, and we're just gonna try to take out this mouse. Really, super heavy versus super heavy, and he's just firing his premium rounds, but we managed to get him to hit us in the track, so, and we're just going to try to do some ram damage, take his track off. This guy comes up behind us. We're thinking, well, it's pretty much all over. We're going to try to back up, stop him from getting behind us, and the artillery finishes off that guy. Another tier 8. All he needs to do is pretty much one more shot. I managed to smack a shot into his but he can't escape, so and we're seeing if the artillery takes him out, and they do. So awesome. So yeah, there you go. Like I did a pretty good job at defending myself, considering I was getting completely outnumbered there. Our team won by quite a bit, but it could have been very different. Could have been very different if we had not held back that flank. They would have probably capped us out because we wouldn't have been able to get back in time. But because we held them back, our guys managed to get back in time to stop them from capping and winning the game. As you can see, there's only 2 guys left. This guy's had a very good game. And yeah, this is one of the tanks I really do want, is the Foch 155. Because it is pretty devastating. It's a bit, obviously, being a turretless tank destroyer is a bit of a pain, right? Bit of a disadvantage, but that clip is just absolutely amazing. So you can absolutely destroy people. So it's definitely a tank I would like in the near future, I think. He comes first. I actually come second with 4,100 damage and 1 kill. And as you'll see, I actually did bounce a fair amount of shots, which is nice. We managed to block 2,500 and almost get 2,000 assisted. We only got second class there, but we had fun. Can you imagine this tank in a small city map? Be pretty devastating, I think. Probably never going to get a city map in that tank, but you know, you never know. Go out occasionally and it might happen. See you in the next match, guys. And yes, this is the 9 kill game. We're on mines. Are we top tier? I can't remember if we actually might be top tier in this game. So we're going to go try to stop them from taking the middle. That middle hill is pretty much central to the winning or losing this game. Or winning or losing a mines game, quite honestly. We are top tier, so there you go. But we don't, even so, we still don't have a very good amount of hit points. This guy's coming up. We can, if he's side on, we can definitely pen him. There's 2 artillery, unfortunately. I would have hoped for a bit of a assisted damage there. We managed to take that guy out straight away. But the artillery are already facing there, and their whole team is going there. So I think it's a lost cause, and we are probably going to lose this game, is what I'm thinking straight away. But that Churchill's going back to defend that area, which is a good idea. We're going to come up and help this guy here and see if we can pen, but I think after the buffs we're gonna have to fire premium to get through this guy, and we can get him through pretty regularly. And this with that premium rounds, and there's a Crusader. It looks like he might be going for a flank, or maybe possibly YOLOing our artillery. We're not gonna let him do that because that would be a big shame. Managed to hit him on the move. He misses his first shot. We miss our second shot, and he misses his next shot. We managed to track him, unfortunately, which is probably not good because he's going to probably obliterate us if he stays still. So we're pretty much losing. Majority of our health is gone from that hit. We've lost half our health, and the team is absolutely crumbling. So again, at this point, I'm shouting out a GG. It's 5-10 now. 5 versus 10. One's an artillery. There is 2 guys who've been stationary at the back of the map there. We managed to take out that Hetzer, who was going for the artillery. And that's 5-9, and they are capping. So I'm just going to try to be annoying and decap. I could just not decap and survive the battle and let them win. Of course, premium rounds are necessary. And he misses his shot. He don't know why he rushed that shot. He's probably had enough time to reload right now, so that's a bit annoying. But I'm kind of just trying to spot him up. And again, we bounce for premium round. We're just kind of trying to light him up so that our artillery can take him out. But artillery doesn't seem to be taking him out. It's now 4-8. So we're just keeping the premium loaded there. But he's not looking at us, so we're going to go for him with normal rounds. And we're not penning this guy. So we've switched to premium again. We don't want to show enough of our tank to actually let him pen me. And again, gets finished off, but there's only 3 of us left, so it's game over, right? We bounced off that guy. We know he's got really good armor, so... and again, got penned. He came flat onto us, face onto us, and we managed to get a pen there. And we're just going to wait here, because we knew there was someone else coming along that way. But artillery is a problem, because splash us to death here. I have both of them splashed next to me, so... And then we see this guy just popping along up there. Doesn't stop to shoot us. For some reason, we pull back, see if we can get a bit more camo. And again, managed to finish him off. Not even one hit on us from that guy, so that was good. That was good. We like that. We like that. There is a heavy. Oh, yeah. Luckily, he didn't get another shot into us. We're on just 92 health. There is a heavy in the hill here. There's a TD somewhere, and there's 2 artillery. Again, artillery can still wipe us out here, so we got to be very, very careful. So we're just loading normal rounds because we can see what tanks are left. Our medium is now pushing up that way. And their TD manages to kill himself. So it's now 3 versus 3. I mean, anything looks at us, we're dead. We're hoping that heavy's getting distracted by our medium pushing up towards their base. And he is. So we're going to try to get up and shoot him in the ass. We've loaded premium because he's a heavy. And just to make sure every shot pens here. We managed to pen the first shot. He's noticed us. He's turning. We're hoping he doesn't pen us. We miss that shot. Or it bounces. And we managed to pen that shot. That means there's 2 artillery left. At this point, I'm still not sure about how many kills I've got. There's a chance of killing 2 other tanks. So this is going to be a great game. But annoying at the same time. Because I've missed out on the pools by 1 yet again. I've missed out on the pools a few times now by getting 9 kills. It's very, very irritating. And again, we pretty much don't think we're going to get this kill. And again, we pen him. And that was a lucky shot. So yeah. Of course, again, I still don't know. That was a good game. I felt it was a good game, but I didn't know how many kills I got. And there we go. Got 9 kills. And we've got 2,400 damage in a tier 5. And just 300 assisted, basically. It's not great. As you can see, Bradley's, Devastator, Defend the Cap, Top Gun, and a Mastery game. And we got well over 1,000 more, 1,500 odd damage more than our closest person on the team damage-wise. So, a very good game, very good game. All right, first in a couple of games of the Tiger Shark. Again, like I said, it's not a tank I really like, as in aesthetically. It's horrible. Unfortunately, we start quite far into the game. This guy's just wanting to commit suicide for some reason. We're just trying to duck and weave here. So we get our first kill, first bit of damage. And our team's pretty not really pushing here. So it's not looking a great match. This guy is just, I don't know why, YOLOing in as well. First shot was stupid. We managed to get a second shot. He fluffs his shot. And we get a second shot into him. And someone else comes around and finishes him off. Again, we're ducking and weaving. Trying to dodge any fire. Like I said, do not like the way this tank looks at all. But I got it for free. And it's an excellent tank. It's so much fun to use. It's very devastating. And I haven't even got that many crew skills on it. I've used it a lot, like I said. So I've got a lot more crew skills than I would on a normal free premium tank, which I might use a few times. I think I've got like 3-4 crew skills on it. I think during this play session I managed to get one of mine. And this guy out in the open, maybe he got it for free. And we sat there and took a massive hit there. I think it's the SUPM. And still people haven't finished it off yet. We spotted it out right out in the open, and for some reason no one's only just finished it off, and they blind fired it as well. Yeah, I knew I'll get a shot from the SU here because took a massive hit there. Just not fun. At this point I've still not really done much damage, not as damage as I want. And then I track this guy in place, just keep him tracked, and finish him off in the blind shot as well. That was very quick turnover. I bet he was not happy with that. So our team is running away with this now, so we can play a bit more, not quite as careful now. This guy just sat in the open. Hopefully it's the guy that actually shot me earlier, so a bit of a revenge there. It's nice. But I can't be sure because there's actually at least 2 of them in the game. Yeah, so it's not a fun team to be up against. They got some great TDs, a Scorpion G and SUs in there. Another Scorpion G. Maybe some people have earned it already. Already have it, so I don't really need to earn it, and I don't really need silver at this point. I'm about 123 million silver, so I'm fine for silver as well. So unfortunately we don't get a chance to finish that guy off. We're just about to pull the trigger on that guy, and there's 2 guys left, and they're both here, and they're both kind of like distracted, so I'll try to get back down to get a bit more, get our gun down, but he moves forward, so out of shot. Get a couple of good shots in that guy. As you can see, we have now got over 3,000 damage and almost 2,000 assisted. We're going to come up, just sit behind this guy. He's too distracted. There's only a guy left. We're going to try to track him in place. We do. This guy sits in front of me, and then he pulls in front of me again. And we get all our shots in there, but unfortunately he repairs his track, so we don't get any more assisted for that, unfortunately. A bit annoying, but there we go. We came first with 3 kills. About 4,500 combined damage. That's not bad, and a good amount of silver there. Hence why we're still gaining a lot of silver at the moment, even though I'm using a lot of premium consumables and premium ammo, just because I can now. I'm still gaining some money here and there. I think, yeah, we get mastery. That was a shock. We get back up to 2 marks, because we went up to 2 marks, then went back down again. And, yeah, nice match. Alright, second game in the Tiger Shark. We're on Cass Arena, I believe. I'm not particularly good with the names of the maps. This guy is being a total idiot for some reason pushes me in the wrong direction, and he actually decides to change what area is going in anyway, and goes the same direction, and then it almost bumps into me again. So we're going to go over this area. It looks like a good portion of our team is going this area as well. My view range, I haven't optimized this tank for view range, so I've got to be careful a little bit. All camo at the moment. Like I said, I haven't got too many skills on this thing, so I do have to be careful. I'm going to get out-spotted by pretty much all the other enemy light tanks or mediums. We get a single shot into there, but we get spotted, and we can get hit by loads of different things. So we're just getting out of dodge right now. I'm going for a reload as well. So not the best so far, right? We've only got one bit of damage, no assisted, and we've had to reload 3 times. I think we're on the third reload, and there we go. Oh, it's going to be hard to pen those guys, so I'm trying to look for a different target, but yeah, we're not going to pen that guy, so just no point in wasting ammo on that guy. And then we see this guy zooming across, preemptively aim, managed to hit a shot. We see 2 of our teammates go down in quick succession there. That's not a good sign. We have a good amount of enemy teams are going into the middle of the and again, unfortunately, we want to take that guy out, so we're going to get out spotted by him at all turns. Obviously, light tanks are very devastating on big maps like this, so we've got to be careful and try to take them out as soon as we can. Get spotted by something. Not sure what I'm getting spotted by. And so, while we're on the run and we can't aim at anything, we're going to reload again. We want to try to have a full clip in whenever we can, so do a good hit and run. Hit and runs are a bit more difficult now with armor buffs to the heavy tanks. We are still losing this game by 3 tanks. It's not great. Got to be very careful, and this can be dangerous to. As our heavy tank is fighting another tank in the gully there, a medium, and this light tank's getting up behind him. So I am just going to come round and give him my help, especially when it means taking out a light tank who going to ram him. And we do a nice bit of damage. And then we realise that medium's right there, so we're gonna push. We're gonna just push around him. And he's not concentrating on us anyway, so we put a nice shot into him. I think we're here. We take a big old hit. And there's a TD up there, and I think it's a tier 9. So we're going to try to keep out of his gun line if we can. It's going to be quite difficult. Again, there's that heavy in the gully there, possibly needing some help. Yeah, and then we take the hit there and only spot him up there. And then we see this TD, a tier 9 TD. I'm trying to get him a wide berth, and he hits me for most of my health. This guy manages to miss me, luckily. I haven't repaired anything yet because, well, you know. And we hit him and set him on fire and take him out. So we are now basically a one-shot to a lot of tanks in the game, because this is a tier 9 game. There's not many tier 9s, but we came up against 2 of them in quick succession there. We somehow are still alive. So we're going to come up against this tier 9 TD again. And he's turning, unfortunately, in my direction. So And we bounce the killing shot, guys, as always, as you'll know. Bouncing the killing shot is always what happens. But luckily, we zoom in, we make sure that killing shot actually goes in this time. So we can then go for another reload. At this point, I don't realize where the enemy light tanks are. But as you can see on the map, they are going for our base. And at this point, I'm not sure whether they made the right decision there or not. If they had come back and helped their team. All right. At this point, again, I don't think I quite realize it's being capped. Then I do, and then I do realize before the person says defend the base. And there's two teammates on there. I leave that poor TD there against. I think he's up against two other enemy TDs. Our team is going back. I'm a little bit like, wow, I'm thinking at this point I'm gonna get killed here because there's two enemy light tanks against me, and I'm pretty much dead. But if I can put a shot into each of them and decap the base, it should be enough time for that TD to come back in and get a shot on them. And they're like probably going to be about 10 seconds. And there you go. Managed to put a shot into him, reset it to 40 seconds. Now I'm a bit screwed because I'm spotted. I'm on 36 health now. My spotters are out of action. And I'm just kind of waiting and almost get artied as well. Ridiculous. And that TD comes in. Unfortunately, I can't help him. I'm still reloading. So he's probably going to get absolutely wiped here. But we're going to try to get a shot into him. There we go. We're fully loaded. We put that guy out of his misery. And he's now looking at the enemy. He's realised what's happened. He's going to turn to face me. There we go. Finish him off. So we get about 4,000 combined damage there. Just over 4,000 combined damage. And trying to dodge the artillery shot that might be raining in there. So that was another fun game. 4 kills as well. So yeah, not bad, and a very good amount of silver. So yeah, good fun tank. And as you can see, I didn't take this tank very seriously because I put the stupid crew in it as well. And now I kind of regret that, to be honest. But anyway, there you go, guys. Some very good games. I hope you join me for another video. Bye, guys. Oh, in the first class. Anyway, bye.